We are here on Sardis's campus, these four gentlemen, and as this video starts, we're going to let these gentlemen introduce themselves at this time.
Blaze Gearhart,
Gage Warren,
Kane Lawson,
Brandon Simonetti.
We're going to start right back over here with Blaze. Guys, you guys have a new head coach here for the first time in a long time. You know, Coach Hill's been here and he's gone now. We have a new head coach here. What's it been like since Coach arrived, and what was his first initial message to you guys?
I mean, it's a whole nother ball game. There ain't no more losing. I feel like it's winning from here on off the road.
Yeah.
It's a new standard for us. Very exciting.
Yeah.
It was like the military at times.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen him when you guys were running earlier, talking about, hey, we might not have the most talent, but we're going to have to outwork people to win.
Outwork everybody.
That's right.
We're going to hit. We're going to hit.
Now, individually for you, what his coach told you specifically since he's gotten here?
Man, he just wants the best out of us, for real. He does.
Really?
He does.
I like it. Now, let me ask you this. You guys have maintained a similar workout program, or has that changed as well?
It's completely changed.
Changed a lot. It's changed a lot.
We did bench press, squat, and power clean for the whole winter, and we just now did it for the first time for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, we're getting a whole lot more muscle groups. Everybody's getting stronger.
We had like 3 main lifts. Now there's like 20 or 30 different lifts we're doing.
I got you. More complex then.
So
We're hitting everything.
All right. What positions do you guys play individually?
I'm a middle linebacker and I play left guard. Well, everywhere. I'm
I'm a run back.
I'm a center and defensive end.
I'm a quarterback and outside linebacker.
So you came from Etowah, correct? Or you went to Etowah and came back?
Yes, sir.
How was that? Was it you played baseball this year? Didn't you get injured? Is that correct?
I got injured my summer when I moved to Etowah. I didn't play football there, and then I got back recovered and played baseball.
Yes, no doubt. Let me ask you guys a question. You know, throughout history, Sardis has had a pretty good program in football, and it's kind of tailed off a little bit here lately. I want each one of you to answer this individually. What do you think it's going to take to get these guys back, this program back to where it used to be? We'll start right over here.
We just got to get people to stop blaming each other and just get, just the best out of everybody, for real. Everybody does their job, and we can win.
So I don't agree with you, but I more is discipline. If we don't have discipline, we can't do anything. Small things matter now. The small things lead up to big things, and that big things lead on to winning.
I say leadership. A lot of our older guys, they don't take leadership. They don't care about the past, and they don't care about what little things matter. They just blame all of us.
In the past, we haven't had good leadership. This year, though, we got to step up. We're going to have some good leadership.
I think there's no more goofing her off in the weight room. There's no more of that. So everybody's hitting weights. So I think that's going to change a whole lot of things.
Ain't no doubt about it. The weight room, man, is what makes or breaks. You know, but you guys have been successful in these other sports right here as well. It's time for football to get back.
Yes, sir.
Having that kind of, I guess you'd say, I ain't gonna say burden, but y'all got a lot put on your backs coming up. I mean, you think about it. Y'all got to be the group that turns it around. What does that mean to you individually?
I love it. If we was to leave this school and we change this whole thing around, that's what we're going to be remembered for. So I love it.
Same question.
But I go the same way.
I like it.
I feel like we're the underdogs. I mean, we come up and we dominate. We're going to be the top dogs. That'd be great.
I'm just ready to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah.
I feel there's a lot of people, even in our school, don't think we can do it.
I mean, we were young last year. We had 10 10th graders. We were 14, 15-year-olds running around with these 17, 18-year-olds. And, I mean, we did not too great, but we held out.
Hey, that's the thing about it. When you got nowhere to go but up,
That's
you
right.
can turn the dogs loose then. Man. I love it. Man, what is it about this place, man? This school, I know I went here many years ago. Graduated. I really loved it up here. You talk about what it means to be a Sardis Lion, each one of you guys.
I mean, it's just, I take pride in it, really. I mean, obviously, we don't have a lot to show for football, but, it's a good environment, much better have a good football team, really.
Yeah, I came from West End, and sports were decent there, but when I came up here, I just had a whole new reality. First thing I come up here, I met new people, and I started loving the sport even more because they pushed me to more than I could even comprehend.
I've been playing here since I was very little. I like the environment. It's taught me a lot of skill and development, and the people here are very nice. Even our faculty and staff, students are very nice.
It's probably just like making a family here, like getting real close, getting bonded. It's a big thing. You ain't got a family, I mean, how you gonna be good?
That's right. Takes a village, man. Takes a village.
Yeah.
Now, I want each one of you guys to answer this, and then I'll let you go because I know you guys have been lifting and working out already. You're probably ready to get out of the sun. We'll start right back here with Blaze. Blaze, what's some of the things you're going to do personally, like from a leadership standpoint, to turn this thing around?
Man, it's like all the other guys, like nobody wants to be out here, but like you gotta tell them, man, it's gonna be worth it at the end. Like nobody likes conditioning, but when you get it done, I mean, you feel so much better. It's gonna be worth it in that fourth quarter.
That's right.
I'll say, I want to push our players to be better. I want us to, like Blaze said, I want us to come out here and go ahead and get it over with because it's going to help us in the long run. I feel like that's what we need to do. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm going to try to lead the silent talk, say Coach says one player did bad, I'm going to go over there, talk to him, and show him how it's done. Be like, this is how you do it. Now next time, go with that person's stuff.
I mean, it's just like, just push everybody around you. Like, nobody wants to be out here in the sun every day during the summer. That's why we only have so many guys playing football and so many guys in the school not doing anything. We just got to push everybody. And when it gets to Friday nights, that's when it's not smooth, but I mean, it's a lot easier than it is out here during the summer. Just like motivate people around you, really. Let them know they're not alone.
Hey, that's when it pays off. Yeah, on Friday nights. All right, guys, man, I appreciate you. I don't want to keep you out in the sun anymore. I have to thank you guys so much.
Yes, sir.
All right, back on campus again here at Sardis, Alabama, and I'm going to let this gentleman introduce himself at this time.
I'm Coach Chris Stephenson. I'm the head football coach here at Sardis High School.
Now, Coach, we did another interview earlier with talking about your career and what led you here. So now you're here, brother. And when you walked in this place and seen these facilities and this field house, and what was your initial thoughts?
They're dedicated here. You don't have to look far to see the desire to win, and it's even how they take care of the field. It's how the kids work out in the weight room, and that was a big thing. You could tell when I walked in the room for the first time, they all kind of went, "Uh-oh, is he going to be a drill sergeant? He's going to be a cream, but what's he going to be?" And to watch them in the weight room, they weren't looking over their shoulder and lifting and going, "I wonder if he's watching me," kind of thing. They just got after it, and right then I said, "Okay, I got something I can work with."
There you go. It makes a lot of sense. It's a lost form in a lot of places, but I agree
Very
with you.
much so.
Now, once you did get your hands on those guys and you've seen these guys, and you to this day still hadn't had them all here together in one day.
Not all.
Play dates and things like that, but for the most part, since you've seen these guys physically and you know what you're working with, what's your thoughts?
They're hungry. When you go 1-19 in 2 years, you ought to be starving, and they are. And I've asked several just around the room, and when we're working out, when we're running, or whatever, what happened? What happened? Without making somebody feel bad or hurt their feelings, kind of thing. And I just want them to be honest.
Just curious.
And I've heard some different things, but they're ready to put it behind them, and utmost respect for Coach Hill, who was here. He was here a long time, and you got to be pretty good if you're here a long time. But these kids are ready to win, and I told them, I said, the 1-9 seasons are over, and I was amazed at how quickly they bought into what I'm preparing them for, and offensively, defensively, special teams, and hearing, I keep saying it over and over and over and over again. We're going to win. Forget the lead. We're not going to lose anymore. Are you going to win the state championship this year? Probably not. But you're going to be in every game we play, and that's a promise.
That's good. Now, when you get these guys out here and you see the weight room, you said, it wasn't broke. You liked a lot of things. You and I talked about that. You said it wasn't broke. There's some things you liked, some things you kept, things like that. In a short period of time, you've seen these guys. Have you seen growth in that weight room already?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. The coaches here are remarkable. They do a great job. They motivate the kids. They've come up with some really good workouts, and because I really thought I was going to have to come in and implement.
Blow it up. Start over.
Yeah, exactly. and I've had to do it before, and but it's refreshing to see and hear they're younger than me. So it's for me to sit there and listen to them talk, and heck, I may want to use that. Because I don't know it all. I've begged, borrowed, and stole it from everybody else. I didn't invent anything. But they have to. So if we can beg, borrow, and steal together, we'll come up with a heck of a program. But I use Cochran's weight program from Tuscaloosa and the University of Florida and all that, and he's just a genius. And use some of the German Olympic team stuff too. So we will implement some of that eventually, of course. But right now I love what I see. They're making gains like crazy, and they were saying, some of the coaches would point out, hey, boy, he didn't look anything like that last year. Well, that's what we want to hear.
I believe it.
Bigger, stronger, faster.
That's right. How far along are you installing your offense and defense and special teams? Are they picking up on it? Or is it
they are. I was going to say, I think I've tore all my fingernails off trying to get, if I'm covering it, sorry, folks. They are picking it up very fast. Because I've run 3 different formations and then variations of those formations. So not super hard to prepare for, but we've got to get the basics down, and they're doing that, and they look good doing it so far, and that's a plus because I've had them in the past. They didn't get it for 2 weeks, and but these guys, these are pretty smart young men.
That's good, because the quicker they can pick that up, we move on to phase 2, phase 3, phase 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I know it's fun. You guys go a little bit later than some teams that we cover. You may be doing that on purpose to get these guys out in the heat some, to get them in shape. How's that going, like in shape-wise?
There's not a lot of cramping and stuff right now. Last week it was so hot I thought you're going to see Satan walking around in his underwear. So it was absurd. And it's pretty bad when I have to come in, and I'm not doing a thing. But it was so bad I had burned through my mesh in the hat when I got home. I thought I had chicken pox. But but these kids, they hydrate well. They're well coached by this coaching staff. They listen, and we monitor them very closely. The trainers here all the time, and so I told the coaches in a meeting, you take care of them like they're your own, because when they're not here, that's life changing. Yeah. And but they're in good shape. I expect them to be in good shape.
That's right. You have to outwork some people this year.
We sure will.
Ain't no doubt about it. Now, give me something that you have to get fixed. Something that you've seen. You're like, I want to attack this first. It's the first thing we got to get taken care of if we're going to be on the road to success.
Discipline. And I've told them, the kids think discipline is something else. Well, for me, it's, if you're disciplined enough you got to get up in the morning. You've got to eat breakfast. You got to do all these things. You got to get ready to go to school, and you don't want to go to school. But it's discipline that makes you do all that and get to school on time. It gets you out on the football field at 3:31 exactly. It's the kind of person I am, unfortunately. But when things go wrong, don't break down. Mm-hmm. I saw a lot of that on the film that I've watched. When something would happen, a quick change or turnover, and everybody drops out. We don't need to do that. You kind of got to, I hate to say it, but you kind of got to act like it's happened before. Well, it has. But this time, instead of putting your tail between your legs and your chin to your chest, pick your head up, pull your tail up, and let's go. That's right. And get the ball back, and let's punch him in the mouth again.
You don't want a bad play to lead to a bad game.
Exactly.
Which you've seen that happen.
Right.
Now, what is something that you say you hang your hat on? Something like, okay, this is what I'm looking for out of these guys, and move on to something else.
Yeah, I'll give you an example, and this is the discipline part of it too. Today, I gave them a simple set of instructions for something oddly simple. Back up on the goal line, stay on the goal line, put your helmet in your left hand, or put your helmet in your right hand. When I say the word, you put your helmet on the ground, your right foot, turn and run off the field. Okay. Sounds very simple, and it is. But you'd be amazed how many teenagers can mess that up. How many coaches can mess it up too. But they understand why. It's a little tiny piece of the puzzle of the discipline that's going to get them here. Mm-hmm. We might have to stair step for a while before we get there, mm-hmm. but just something as simple as that will help them understand and get them to that level.
No doubt. Coach, give us your final thoughts on this very important next few weeks of summer that you've got to get everything done in, and then how you're going to have this team peaking when you get around August, get ready to kick this thing off.
Final thoughts. Well, I hope we're peaking about the state championship game. That'd be nice. But it'd be nice to be on the apex of that. That apex of the peak, starting with Pennington, just to get to see what we got. Excuse me, and we've got to get everything in, and that's time consuming, and we've got to get every single mind that's inside of one of these helmets believing that we're going to win every single ball game, or that we're at least going to be competitive and not let games slip away that should have been won. And that's really it. The 1-19, as horrible as that is to go through, isn't going to happen again. We're going to put them in a situation, not just me, but we are going to put them in a situation to be competitive and to finish those games that they should have won, to be competitive in games they got blown out of. That's not in. These kids don't want any part of that. The coaches don't want any part of it. I don't. I mean, like I said before, I've never had a losing season. That's not because of all me. It's because of the players and coaches that I've had. And so I just want Sardis to know that we're not going to tolerate it. And this is these kids that you will see here in this locker room and on that field out there on Friday night are they're the cornerstone. They are the foundation of what's being built right now. And they can come back to their 10-year year and say, you know what? 5, 6, 7 years ago, when we were in high school, we were part of that first football team that went 6-4 or whatever, and then continued to win and win and win and win and win. They were the first ones. They were the ones that turned it around. And you can see every head here shaking. Yeah, he's right. And that's,
believe it or not, that's what they talked about on the field earlier.
Really?
Let you know you get the message across. They talked about that exact thing. Them being the first ones.
There we go. Now if they can just get them to believe they're going to win it all,
Yeah,
going to do that.
Hey, if you don't believe it, it ain't going to happen.
That's exactly right.
You got to make them believe. Coach, I appreciate you. It's been nice getting to know you. Welcome to the area up here.
Thank you.
And looking forward to seeing you guys later on down the road.
Thank you, sir.